In the last episode, we unlocked the sanitarium. So, brush up your questionable methods and let's play Darkest Dungeon. Now, the place will look increasingly better once we upgrade it, which is also a nice little perk in games I do enjoy. Like, I like when you actually see that this has been upgraded to a certain degree. Now, the blacksmith is kinda useless right now because he does not allow us to do any weaponsmithing upgrade. We need a lot of deeds for that. And that's one of the reasons why I tend to go for the quests that have deeds as a reward. I also like how this is gradually unlocked, so you can actually go ahead and do it bit by bit. And you can figure out what the different things are good for and what you can do there. Okay, so this would be a rotgut sensor, which is not that useful as far as I can see. It gives you a bit of accuracy. We can visit the Warrens now. Virtue is something I actually had to look up, but it's a very useful thing to have. Virtue is basically a chance that your hero will, upon stressing out, become virtuous, which will reduce the stress of some other people, of the other people in the group, and will also give him the ability to... Oh, he does a lot of fun things there. I forgot what it does exactly, but he basically gains a very powerful buff for the rest of the quest. Okay, how stressed are you? I can see that here. You are reasonably stressed, so we'll send this guy in. By the way, those levels here are not just recommendations. Once a hero is too experienced for a certain quest, he will just refuse to go on that quest. And heroes can also be too inexperienced, which will cause them to gain stress and stuff much more rapidly than a hero who is more appropriate for that. Okay, we'll do this quest again, or we'll do a short quest again, this time in the Warrens, which has a very, very special kind of enemy. We'll see when we get there. Actually, you've done very well in the last quest, so we'll send you in again. Okay, you're a Warren's phobe. That's actually kinda bad, because you're about to head into there. But I hope you'll be fine. You're a tippler and have lygophobia, so that is also fine. We're actually going to put you there and you there, because I think the various beast skills allow you to attack from the first two ranks. Yeah, the first two are basically the melee ranks. Now I like having this guy in the front rows because he can soak up so much damage with his absolution there. He reduces stress and it's just amazing. Now as for the something you want to consider here is that, for example, you can't send the Vestal with the Abomination. They will refuse that. So you can't send those together. There is no way to do that. Which means I still have one more slot to fill. And the thing here is, I don't want to send a Plague Doctor because the enemies here are very, very immune to blight. So there's no reason for that. Which means I think Dismas is our person of choice for this quest. Do you have any compulsions? No. Okay, you don't have any, so I think we're good here. Let's go and get our provisions right. Now this is actually the time where we go through a lot of money because we need to get our heroes set up in a way that we can actually use them well. 4 of that, 4 of that, 3 of those, 2 of those. I want 1 full stack of torches. Okay, let's take 1 more of those and another shovel. And I think let's actually take 1 of those as well. As I said, it never hurts to be over prepared. Actually, we might not need that much. That might be a bit much for this short quest, so we'll just embark on that one. Now the Warrens are, yeah, weird. Of disease and blight in equal measure. So the enemies here, you will see why they would be immune to blight. As opposed to, well, on top of they basically living in diseased area. I think they did a very good job at giving you a bit of enemy variety here.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, we'll go this way, that way, this way, that way, and then down. Now we may lose, we may miss out on some of the loot here, and I will go back if I have to. Okay, you will be the. Okay, it was dull and interesting, which is fine. It's better than... Thank you. Okay, torch it, and in we go. There are some way worse outcomes to that. And if I get a scouting check here and... okay, it's not quite the enemies I've been hoping to get, because that's not the stuff I want to show you, but that works too. Those guys aren't as blight resistant as the others. Yeah, we'll do this, and maybe we'll even get him blighted. 100% still is not immune. 200% is completely immune to blight. And we will have that sooner or later. But now we'll just do some artillery on that. That's a Grapeshot Blast, which completely misses. Oh, Dismas, you kind of suck there. Now this is how you kill, and that's actually a downside of the Hellion. I think all her attacks basically debuff her. However, we should be actually pretty good here. Now you vulnerability hacks this guy. Again, this one has 1 health point and it takes 2 damage, so he's pretty much doomed anyway. And since we can't, we could attack it now. Actually do that.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
So now we can... well, I don't want to do that, so I'll have to attack. I could have just shot a corpse or so.
Give them no quarter.
But I guess that works too. We at least got to reduce some stress. We'll take all of that stuff.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We'll take all of that. Okay, I think this is also cleansed with holy water. And now we get a lot of stuff. Now the Antiquarian, which is what this bag of marbles is for, is actually one of the classes I find least useful, to be honest. Like, I never send her into any quests unless I really decide, okay, yeah, this is a quest for the Antiquarian, because I essentially have a free unit slot there. Outside of that, I hardly send her anywhere. Okay, let's inspect this. Nothing useful. You can actually catch diseases and stuff from there, and I haven't discovered any item that will give you or that will force a positive outcome there. And those are the most common enemies in the Warrens. The blighted things here, those pigs, swines rather. We actually want to transform, because we need the damage output. And one thing I didn't consider here was that I actually have to... Can I attack the... I can't attack the last thing in there. So those swine drummers can increase your stress of the entire party, which kind of sucks. And those swine wretches are the worst. They're the most annoying enemies you can face. And I hate them, because their vomit can give you stress, it can give you diseases. And quite a lot of it. It doesn't do much damage, but it's still annoying as hell. Now, since they are swine, they can bleed, like literally pigs. So you definitely want to use that to your advantage. I think I want to sort out this guy.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
If you can kill something, you should usually do it. Because every enemy, especially if it hadn't had its turn yet. Okay, we want to have a barbaric yarp. because I want this thing to not attack me for a turn, so I can take out the rest there, in the back rows. Okay, that wasn't as effective as I had hoped, but it's still reasonably okay. Oh, I hate this thing. At least we dodged it this time. Oh, it missed rather. We didn't dodge anything. Okay, let's rage in there. And we need to shoot this thing. They also have a tendency to dodge your shots, which is making them even more annoying. As if that was necessary.
Destroy them all.
Ooh, that hurts. And of course we got the bleeding as well. We can't do Barbaric Yarp again. Let's try the Iron Swan. At least that worked. Yeah, corpses tend to continue bleeding, which will eventually remove them from the game. Or rather from the battlefield. Okay, if I knock this guy back, will that help me? I guess it might. Okay, let's do this. Oh wow, this moves the abomination forward, which was not something I planned, but it's still... Okay, we can still use that. If you force the enemy to another position, they will often also use different skills on you. So that's something you have to consider, and that's a way to kind of discover all the skills the enemies have. Although in most cases you actually want to not have discovered it in the first place. Ow. There's also a lot of moving around here. Okay, you should be able to transform back. Which will heal you and give everybody a bit of relief. And we'll just manacle this to death.
These nightmarish creatures can be...
Yeah, we'll end up with quite a few... Come on, scouting. Damn it. We'll end up with quite a few crests here. But those are usually things that you will go through quite fast. So there's no real overabundance of those. Come on, give me a scout check. At least one in this entire adventure. Finally. Okay, we need a shovel. We'll need some... Wow, that's a fair bit of loot that's waiting for us there. Okay, shovel our way through there.
Surprising. These tunnels predate even...
Also, you can apparently eat those pigs. Sometimes you will gain a fair amount of food out of them. Okay, let's stun this guy. Now you used to have these in the front rows, the abomination. And if there weren't enough enemies for them to deal with and to just attack, I would just let them absorb all the time. This expedition is not doomed, mind you. It's not as doomed as you think. I mean, look at that. Does that look like a doomed expedition to you? I don't think it would. Thank you. But yeah, I think I like them in the second position more. Although I usually have something in the second position that I prefer there, like a Houndmaster or something that is really well made for the second place. Also, we can yarp at those two, which won't do any damage, but we gain a round of essentially spare time. So we can just do this. Now, of course, they actually stunned again. Nice. I don't think it will make a difference, but nice nonetheless. We'll do this, that guy, because he has more health, so we might as well. Breakthrough. Okay, now Dismas, you can... actually, do you need to? You can just try to kill both of them. Or that. Or that. Always works. Quite reliable too. Manacle time.
Be wary.
And we still don't have all the loot we can take. Also there's a rune battle down there, so we'll have to do that. This should be no battle as far as I can see, so we'll not need to torch it. Okay, there's another thing there. And I'm not sure if plus loot means you gain more loot from those things as well. So yeah, we'll do that. Purify the
A handsome reward.
leftovers.
Well performed.
Okay, now we're getting the disarming traps pop up, which is good because I would have almost missed that one. Mostly because I didn't have my map open. As I said, you always want to have your map open. There's no reason not to.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave.
Let's still keep the light up a bit. Just some spiders. Spiders are very easy to deal with. They have a bit of blight resistance, but we'll still try to blight them. Okay. Just try to get rid of them. And this thing in the background, I think, has a chance to cure you of a negative quirk. I'm not sure though. I think it's also one of the things that you really can't influence. Ow. Oh, I'm glad we resisted that. I think this is basically blight. Yeah. Let's break through there. 2 kills, nice. And this thing will just die. We'll take everything, and we'll continue the adventure. No, I think if we use holy water on this one, it doesn't do anything. If we try to disinfect it, it doesn't do anything. Can we stick a torch on it? No. I think that's all you can basically do, so we'll have to just inspect it and... Oh, okay, we... Now we gained the Warrant Explorer perk. That's something, I guess, so... okay. This should do. Do I have any anti-venom? No, I don't. Now would be the time to use that. Now it's gone again. Yeah, this quest is going reasonably well, and we still have food. If I didn't have any food left, I would probably try to leave this place now. But since I do, we are fine. There's a hunger check. There's this. And shovel time. Also, I totally forgot this stack of codes there. Let's read them. They are rather dull. That's a shame. Okay, let's keep the light up, just for the sake of keeping it up. I don't know why it says treasure there. I thought I looted it. Did I miss the treasure? Did I miss the fight in here? No. I totally missed the treasure. I can't believe that. Alright, it's unlocked already. Oh, it's trapped. It should have actually disarmed the trap, but screw it. Fine, it was trapped. And this is actually something you want to use the medicinal herbs on. Because this is one of the items that gives you a lot of food, even though those were distinctly labeled as human remains. So I don't want to think about this too much. Okay, let's hope this will not get us crazy. There's no real use in using blight here, although they don't have too much blight resistance. They can still be blighted. It's just not very promising, but it's still worth trying. As you can see, we got blight in there. And of course the madman accuses the one person who can't handle it that well. Oh wow, 10 until camp, are you nuts? And we got scurvy, yar. Everybody is focusing on that one now. Kinda sucks. Okay, we'll want to break through. And it misses, because of course it misses. Okay, Dismas, sort this out for us. We need this thing to die. So it takes 2 and 2, which means we still need one more hit in there. And as much as I'm tempted to artillery, well, thank you for that. As I said, it's always a gamble with the occultist, because you might as well not get lucky. And now I don't think I can safely transform my abomination. because it might stress out the Hellion too much. Oh well, now she's stressed anyway. And she got fearful. That is an affliction that will stay until...
Finally claim their due.
Yeah, thank you. We now are afflicted. Afflictions will do a fair few things to you. For example, they will cause you to do stuff you normally wouldn't want them to do. They might refuse healing, for example, or they might refuse attack, or whatever. Ow! Damn it. Oh yeah, also afflictions may cause a fair bit of nuisance to your other heroes. Okay, so this guy's dead, this guy's dead. I'll just try to mess him up here. Oh, by the way, you can clear an affliction if you reduce the stress level of that hero to 0, which is very, very difficult. Okay, we didn't have to kill this one. And now I would actually like to wicked hack. But I guess that will do as well. Don't stress relief? No. No stress relief. And why would you do that? Come on. Keep in mind, if this hero is stressed out to the top, she will just have a heart attack. Why do you get so many turns? Okay. Yeah, if it's the second time, we will be down. I don't think I should retreat, though. Those madmen are the pits, though. They're the worst. They are the worst. And I kind of want an adrenaline rush now. Because, screw it. Also, we should do a vulnerability hacks on this guy. Because that will drop his dodging chance quite substantially. Which means we'll hopefully be able to kill him now. Or at least stun him. That's it, we stunned him successfully. That's all we really wanted. Let's actually end this. So let's loot the place dry. Okay, we could get that. It's not that great, but we can exchange it for this holy water here. Might as well use that. We can use that for a quick buff, but since we're not going to take it home, it's fine. So, quest complete. We got as much loot out of it as we could.
Their squeals fade. Their confidence is shaken.
As I said, virtue is basically a thing that can trigger once you hit the top of your stress bar. So once you hit 100 stress, you can also get virtuous, which is much rarer than getting stressed out, so than getting afflicted. So you definitely don't want to kind of hedge your bets on that, or put your bets on that. I think hedging your bets is actually trying to play it safe. I'm not sure what it tells us about resolve level now. Okay, Healer's Gift is nice. Misses the spot, not so much. That's a good thing to have, and okay, we'll only pray for stress relief, which is kind of weird for an occultist, but I'll go with it. Okay, so now we have to send a Hellion into a stress relief activity. And
women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools
oh great,
and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Great, now that our barracks are full, we get that. Can we upgrade them? Yes, we can. Great. So, we need a grave robber. Those are amazing.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams
I
like
need
a
another
dagger's
jester.
point.
I need I don't actually need any Quarian, but we'll take her anyway.
She searches where others will not go, and sees.
And one more thing.
Will not see.
I'm not sure what I want to take here. I would like another Vestal, so I'm going to keep this slot free for now. Because we have a Leper, we have a Plague Doctor, we have... At some point we want another Crusader, but not right now. Because I do like to have Crusaders in the ruins. Also, there's a variety of those random events that can happen in the town. For example, this recruits, there are events that allow certain things to be used for free, like the sanitarium, which is really worth it. And there are other things as well. So yeah, the Hellion will not join us on quite a few adventures now, because she needs to get rid of the scurvy. She needs to get rid of her stress, and she needs to get rid of, I think, something else as well. But for now, we'll start with the scurvy, because I think that's the cheapest to treat. Just some citrus fruits should do the trick, but apparently that's knowledge that has not yet arrived here. Okay, let's see. We have 20 crests, so we should be able to do something with those. And yeah, I could trade them in, but I really don't feel like doing so because, as I said, I usually end up with a shortage on crests anyway. Because they are like used for almost every upgrade. And you really can't have enough of those. Especially this thing actually only takes crests, and I'm not sure about the Nomad Wagon. But yeah, you can see it quite clearly there, so it's a good thing to keep this. Can reduce the treatment cost here. Let's do that.
All manner of diversion and dalliance await those who cross the threshold with coin in hand.
Let's send Pantul to drink. And let's check the skills of Boy Bison here. He needs this and he needs that. I also have to check the skills of all the guys who I just hired, but we'll do that when the time has come for them. Okay, that'll do. So, next episode we will embark on another adventure, and we'll also probably try to keep our heroes sane and safe. I think this was another nice foray into the complexity of the Darkest Dungeon, because I really like that you have to keep your guys healthy and at clear mind. And I can imagine that the actual dungeon delving would be a horrifying experience. And I mean, it's constantly dark. You can only see beyond your torch, which is, as various YouTubers pointed out, a rather weird thing to do or to bring into a dungeon, because torches are actually not that good for lighting stuff. What else? There's this constant danger of being trapped or being attacked and being killed, and I can imagine that being really, really, really stressful. Especially once your stores run thin and you know, okay, you can only have that much to eat. And yeah, I suppose once the morale is broken, or maybe you've seen somebody die right next to you, one of your friends dying right next to you, and that must be a horrifying experience. I mean, I've seen my brother die right next to me, so it was horrifying, I can tell you that much. But yeah, it's still, and I like that the game captures this idea. And yeah, I know the name was very, very unaptly chosen. Anyway, next time we'll do more dungeon delving. I hope you enjoyed the series. I do enjoy the game a lot, and as I haven't finished it yet, I only played like a few boss battles, I think 2 or 3 bosses. The first ones are the hardest, and all I can say is I think bosses are beatable with almost every adventure composition, but some will be better than others. I also like that it changes daytime here. So yeah, the bosses will be beatable with almost every composition, but you will have to prepare. So you should never, as far as I can tell, send like your level 0 heroes with level 0 equipment into and level 0 skills into a boss battle, because that is a sure way to get them killed, and you might as well just dismiss them. Which is, by the way, possible. You can just dismiss a hero here. We won't do that now, because I think all the heroes we have are pretty good. Also, those skills are quite nice. I tend to give him something else, though. I think I prefer the thrown dagger over the poison darts, although that depends on where I want to place the grave digger. Or the grave robber, rather. They have amazing skills. Also, this is one of these skills that work good with marked enemies. And that's one of the reasons why I tend to keep at least one guy with a marking skill in the party. Just so the other heroes who can exploit that to the fullest have something to work with. Okay, anyway, next time we'll do more dungeon delving, and I'm looking forward to that, even though the game is rather bleak. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a great deal, and as usual I will put the links to buy this in the description below, so I encourage you all to buy this. I don't gain anything from telling you to buy this, so they're not giving me any cashback or money or whatever, but I still like to support people there. At least with any way I can. I bought this game, and I think you should too if you like what you see. Anyway, until next time. Bye!